good morning, everybody. How you doing? I want to just go over generosity. This is something that impinged on me recently. I got it myself as a kind of a realization, and basically the whole concept is it's kind of like the new currency was the way that it came into my world. And when I thought about it, I was like, wow. So the whole concept is giving without looking to receive. Now I know they're words and we've all heard that before, but subconsciously separate to this, I'm going to visit somebody this weekend, and it's a very long-term colleague, old friend, but I haven't put the effort in to actually make time to actually visit him. So I'm going, and it's going to be a game changer for him, especially more than me, because I've lots to get on with, I've lots to do, and and so on and so forth, and you get caught up in your own treadmill of life and in your own world and your own bubble. And I'm just suggesting, or putting it out there for consideration, is to stop, especially coming to Christmas. But not really. Forget I even said that. But to be generous in actually having empathy with other people. So, you know, just stopping and just considering and actually being generous with your time, or being generous with your money, or a gift, or a phone call, a handwritten letter, something meaningful, something really genuine that's going to really impinge on that person. Because isn't that what life is all about? It's about uplifting and supporting others. It might be somebody who's ill, it might be somebody who's well, it might be somebody who's low at this particular time of year. It might be somebody who's doing great, and it doesn't matter. But the whole point about it is giving of yourself, being generous. It isn't like it's going the extra mile. It's getting up that bit earlier, making that extra 10 minutes or hour or few hours in your day or in your week to actually give somebody something. And when I look back on my own life, some of the people that stood out who did that in my world, my Auntie Phil, unbelievable giver. She always had money, but she never made money, if you know what I mean. And it was that ability to be generous. She was always sharing, always had cake, always inviting you in for tea, always pushing out. Another friend of my mother's, Phyllis McDonough, I just incredible community woman and stuff like that. Always just completely out there giving. And that was obviously uplifting her. That's her gig, that's her on her game in life. And short of nothing. And it's incredible. It's a bit funky, whereas, I'd be guilty of getting so involved in my business and in my interests and stuff like that I've very little time for all of this. But it's a bit in reverse. It's kind of a bit funky. Yeah, you've got to do all that, do the grind and put the work in. But you've also got to do this. And heck, why isn't it all the one? Why is it not just generously giving in your business, generously giving in your family, generously giving in your community, and so on? And some of that will naturally monetize to look after the bullshit, living type of thing, or existing, pay the bills and keep a roof over the head and so on and so forth. So I think the new currency is generosity, and the more you give, the more you will receive. And if you're not a money person, and I'm not, it's great to get somebody maybe who can kind of look after that area for you. So you do what you do naturally and do what you do best. Do your art, do your healing, do your whatever it is, your gig, and have somebody else then steer and guide the areas where maybe it's administration, maybe it's marketing, maybe it's social media, maybe it's finance, whatever. Do what you do best and be generous, so generous with that, and the rest will look after itself. Provided you have a bit of structure and a bit of organisation, and you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, and that's generosity. I think it's the new currency, especially after what we've been through in this climate. I think I can see it already. We're giving more of ourselves. We're more caring. We're more considerate, and I think that's fantastic. Okie dokie. Have a great day. Kick ass. Be generous. Be great.